Hello, hello. Good evening. Happy Friday. Some of the world is celebrating because it's the weekend and you don't work the weekend. Maybe some of you are sad because you do work the weekend, but sorry, not sorry. I have the pleasure tonight of coming to you with my friend Lacey. She's a young mom. And she actually has 3 kids under 4, all boys. So you can just imagine how hectic life is at Miss Lacey's house. But I wanted to bring her on here because she has a really incredible story, you guys. Some of the stuff we've talked about, and it's just such a beautiful story of feeling alone, struggling through the darkness, and then finding her tribe, and then just coming and being in a community that just honestly has changed a lot of things for her. So I want to introduce her. Lacey, welcome. Welcome. I can't wait for you to share your
Hi.
story because it's amazing. So let's start at the beginning. Tell us a little bit about you, who you are, where you're from, what you love, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. I'm originally a Maryland girly, but I met my husband and we moved to PA. And then life said, ha ha, psych, we're going to move you to North Carolina at the beginning of this year. 3 kids in tow. And you're going to start all over with no support system, no family, and you're going to wing it. So I have 3 kids, all boys. Our oldest is about to be 4.5 in July. Then we have a 2.5-year-old, and our youngest just turned 1 in April. So life
God.
over here is a handful.
And you still have hair in your head. Like, I don't get it.
I do, and it's actually very long and very thick.
That's awesome.
I don't know how. I'm pretty sure it's graying, but that's the boys.
Oh, mine's going gray, but it's totally fine. It's fine.
I don't even care anymore. Whatever.
I love it. I love it.
So,
That's a very busy life.
yes.
So okay. I want you to go a little bit because I always ask people, you guys, when I'm going to talk with somebody. It's different when I have people that I've been connected with for a really long time. I had Jody on the other day. I know Jody's story. But Lacey and I have just connected through the interwebs and through our community and stuff. So I always ask people to give me just a little bit about them, a little bit about their life, who they are, what they've gone through, their struggles, their kind of rise, all that stuff. And I think it's really important. I want you to talk a little bit about your struggles with postpartum, because I think that is such a taboo subject and nobody wants to admit it. Nobody wants to talk about it. And I think there are a lot of women who are feeling shame and guilt for struggling with that when it's literally just a physiological response in the body that can be corrected. So I want you to talk about that because I think it's really important.
Okay. I actually had gotten lucky and I hadn't had any postpartum with my first 2 kids. So, of course, the 3rd one comes around. There's no worry that's going to happen. Not to me. I'm on a good streak.
Right.
And then I realized, I'm sitting in my kitchen in the corner crying my eyes out almost daily because I feel like I'm failing as a mom. I feel like I'm failing as a wife. I feel like I don't have any idea what I'm supposed to be doing. My scattered brain is everywhere. I can't stay on topic. I can't think of what I'm supposed to do. I was forgetting to pay bills on time, which was my duty because my husband's working 2 jobs. And
Right.
he's like, the house is yours. That's your thing.
Right.
And I'm like, this can't be normal. But when I tried to talk to people in my family and some of my friends about it, they're like, oh, it's just, it's just postpartum a little bit. You'll be fine. It'll pass. It's baby blues. It was worse than that.
Right.
Those dark, dark thoughts that we don't like to say, and we especially can't say on the internet, they were there. They were there. I was like, maybe I'd be better off to just disappear and let my kids be raised by their dad and a stranger at this point. And I tried
that's
really
the terrifying part.
It was a terrifying part. And I tried to deny that it was postpartum forever for a good 4 months. And then finally I broke down and told my husband, I was like, I think I'm losing my mind.
Well, you had said in our little conversation prior to this, you had said you just kept telling yourself it's going to get better. It's going to go away. My hormones are going to regulate and it's going to be fine. And so you kind of just tried to push through and just do what you needed to do
I did, but it didn't work. I mean, crying on your bathroom floor or your kitchen floor away from your kids,
Yeah.
it's not normal.
No.
But we taboo it to be like, just get over it. Just get over it. Like, you should be happy that you have all these healthy kids. And I was, but I was emotionally just not good. And
Right.
I
Well,
told
my
my
whole
husband,
hormone thing, like, this is what people don't understand. It's not just like I'm sad or I'm tired, or it's literally a physiological disorder in that your hormones, for some reason, cannot regulate after childbirth, and everything is way out of whack, which causes the spiral. Then you get the shame, the guilt, which lead, like, it's just a vicious cycle that nobody wants to talk about.
it is. And I think it hit so hard too because I had never had it, but our kids are so close in age. My hormones hadn't regulated from my first pregnancy to my second to my third.
Right.
Like, I tell my husband all the time now, I'm like, if I go crazy, it's okay. I still got like 2 years before my hormones should be regular again.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I'm allowed
Isn't
to
that
be
the
crazy.
truth? So you were talking about feeling, isolated and, being I don't like to use the phrase stay-at-home mom because people are always like, oh, aren't you lucky? No, listen, y'all, stay-at-home mom is work. It's work, keeping the house together, keeping the bills together, keeping the kids alive and healthy and
The
happy and
appointments.
thriving. And when you have 3 under 4, like, that is, you might as well have 3 full-time jobs right there. Like, that's just, so here
With
you
no
are at
pay.
home feeling isolated, exhausted. You're struggling through postpartum depression. You're struggling through, like, the mom, like you said, the moms. I like, what did you say? The momby brain, right?
Momby
Like, having
brain.
all, I
Yes, you're
just
not a
love that
zombie anymore. You're
expression.
just a momby. Yeah,
Right.
I
And
have
so,
that.
like, that was a lot on your plate. So what changed for you? Like, because now I know, like, just through, I know, because I have the notes, I know what you told me about. I want you to kind of walk through it step by step with everyone who is watching or who will be watching. What changed for you? Like, what did you find? What did you see? What did you hear that kind of piqued your interest to say, I'm going to give something a shot because I need to do something?
Well, I was already friends with 2 of the girls that are in here, Krista and Susie, which anybody in frequency knows Krista and Susie.
I love
If you
them.
don't know Krista and Susie, we will introduce you to Krista and Susie.
That's right. That's
Even
right.
if you don't join frequency, they're just amazing people. I already knew them because of some other company they were with before. We won't mention.
Right.
But I tried
Yeah,
that
there's a lot of
product.
drama around that right now. So we'll
We don't
just,
talk about them.
right. So you
And
were using other supplements
I tried
before,
anything
right?
you can think of.
And so struggling through working, not, were they working? Were they not working? Were they just not your thing?
Some of them were just not my thing. Some would work for a little bit, and then I'd be like, what happened? Here
Right.
we go again. Me and my wonky hormones have done messed something else up.
Right.
But then I saw them posting about this juice. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Here we go again. Am I going to go into this and try another thing? And then I didn't for months. I was like, no, Susie. Thank you, Krista. No, guys. I'm good.
Right.
And finally, they were like, well, just come to an event. Just learn a little more about it. Like, no pressure. It's free. And I'm like, all right, I could use a day out of the house. Sure.
Right. And that's a key thing to say, like, you may not be ready, but be open enough to listen and to take a look because you just might love what you discover. So I love that you were open. So you were telling me, you got in the car and
I hate long drives, especially by myself, but I did it. The whole
it was a
experience
bit
was
of a
out of
drive
comfort.
too, right?
Yeah, Chambersburg to Arundel Mills is a hike. And I drove my husband's little tiny little car, and I usually drive SUVs, so I was freaking like this, freaking out, anxiety on like 100. But I drove down there,
Right.
and I listened to everybody's stories, and I bawled my face off because I related to so many people that I had never met in a matter of like 2 hours.
Right. And then I love what you said in your story because Barb Pitcock, being our CEO, is absolutely one of the most amazing people on the planet. Her heart for other people and to see them rise up out of the situation that they're in. And like, I love that whole story of you met your tribe and then you met this woman who gave you literally like just hope for better.
Yeah, I mean, Krista and Susie, of course, they were already like, you know, you could join if you want to. Don't feel like you have to. And then I met Amber. Amber actually gave me a 5-day experience thing to sell to make money right then and there on the spot. She was like, you're not paying me for it. I'm giving it to you. It's a gift. Go make $35. And I'm like, these people are insane. Who just gives away stuff and is like, go make money? I don't care about it.
Right.
And then I was telling Krista and Susie about my postpartum after everybody had talked, and I was literally breaking down crying to Krista and Susie. Never met Lauren and Sal before. Sal came over and was like, whoa, 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 somebody's crying. Like, I'm going to give some hugs.
He's a sweetheart.
So I got hugs from him and hugs from Lauren. And then as I was about to leave, Barb was finally done making rounds, and I was getting ready to go, and I figured I'd try to say hi to the CEO. That's a rare occasion to see one.
Right.
And we talked about how she was a mom struggling financially. And I'm like, hi, me right now living that. How in the world did you get here?
Right.
So we talked for a little bit, and I was like, well, I have to get ready to leave. Like, I have like almost a 2-hour drive home. And I was telling her I was going to go pop an energy drink in my car to drive home. And she immediately was like, no. She emptied her water bottle and she filled it with the sample that they had in a big like beverage container of Rise. And she was like, take my water bottle and drink this instead. I cried in my car as soon as I got there because I didn't want to cry in front of Barb.
Aw, yeah. But the funny thing is, like, she literally lived the life that you were living in that moment. Like, that's literally such a big part of her no guts, no story was, you know, at home with all these young kids, they were struggling with the bills. And when the car got repoed in their small town, like everybody knew about it. Like, so she totally like knew where you were at right now in that moment, which I love about her.
Yeah. And it was weird to hear like a CEO who's, you know, she's very successful, but they're so humble.
Yes.
She talked to me like we've known each other our entire lives. And she's like, it's fine. You can do this. You're a mom. We're resilient. You've got this. Yeah. And I'm like, who are you, angelic lady?
I know, right?
Where did you come from?
It's true. Okay, so you drove home. Okay, now I need to know. You drove home in your car and you're drinking this stuff. So tell me what happened. Some people feel it right away, you guys. Some people don't. Some people it takes a few days, but some people notice it literally within 30 to 40 minutes. So I always like to ask people what their first experience is.
Well, I took a couple minutes to sit in the parking lot and finish crying before I decided to drive. So I was drinking it then. And I called my husband to let him know, like, I'm finally leaving. I know I was supposed to leave like an hour ago, but I talked to people and I was like, wow, I don't feel so nervous to drive.
Okay, that's a big thing.
By myself. I was like, okay, that's different. What's in this thing? And then, you know, I was like, okay, I feel pretty good right now. Like, I'm awake because I really wanted to go to sleep before this.
Right.
But
well, yeah, between the anxiety and the drive and like that in itself is exhausting.
And the crying and crying.
Oh yeah, the crying just drains you. It just drains you.
It does. So I had energy. I was able to focus. I was calmly driving. I was not gripping my steering wheel for the life of my whole entire existence. And I was on the phone the whole time with my husband, which normally I don't talk on the phone when I'm driving. Right. Concentrating solely on the road, like death stare forward. Right. And I was like, wow, I just drank this like 30 minutes ago.
What? And now I'm feeling pretty chill.
Yeah, now I'm relaxed. Like how people usually are like, oh, you know, have a drink and relax. But the focus was there so I could drive. The calm was there, which I really needed, especially driving home alone in the dark. That long drive.
Yeah.
So
those lines in the road at nighttime are pretty mesmerizing.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so you took it home, and then I mean, I love that. I love that you're one of those people because it does. I'd say about 80% of people, you guys, notice within the first couple hours of that first drink, they notice a difference, that focus, that elevated mood, but yet you feel calm. Like if you're, it really does kind of what your body needs. So if you're anxious, it will help make you calm. If you're lethargic and exhausted, it will help boost your energy a little bit and boost your focus. Mine, I have like squirrel brain all over the place. So for me, it just kind of helps me zero in. So then you decided to what? Did you decide to hop on board? Did you decide?
I talked about it the whole entire drive home with my husband. I was like, listen, I've done this networking marketing thing like a couple times and it's all been crap. Like
Right.
the leadership has been crap. I know Kristen and Susie are in it, but they're not the only people. Like the products,
Right.
they start to work and then they stop. And I don't know if I should do anything like this again. We're already financially struggling. He was like, we'll talk about it more when you get home. Just drive home safe. Like, let's talk about something else.
Right.
So I was like, okay. We talked about it, I think, for like a couple hours when I got home. And then by the end of the night, I was like, how can we afford for me to do this?
Right.
And that's where I was like, all right, I'm going to look into like a firm. Worst case scenario, I'll spread my payments out. I'll try it for 30 days. If it doesn't work after 30
Right.
days, I'm not sticking with it.
Right. And you get your money back. But I love how you brought that up because I mean, it's not necessarily in Canada, but in the US, you guys, you can use some of those, like there's Klarna, you said Affirm. I think there's another one as well. So
I
you
think it's
really
Zip.
could, yeah, you could. Okay. Yeah. So, but you could spread your payments out, like at least to figure out if it's going to work for you. If it doesn't work for you, you've got the 30-day empty bottle money back guarantee where you can get your money back. But yeah, okay. So I love that you were able to have that option because sometimes that just is what it is. So then you started taking it on the regular. Tell me about that experience.
I was skeptical, not gonna lie. I was like, maybe it was just that first, like,
Right.
placebo effect kind of thing.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
it's just
We all
I
feel that way.
wanted
Like
it.
it's in your brain.
Yeah. But it was like 2 days in and I'm still like, oh, okay. I still feel good. I still have energy. I was keeping up with my kids. And then by day 5, I was like, hold on. I haven't been crying in the kitchen floor. I haven't cried in the bathroom. I
Right.
haven't thought I was like better off to leave my kids in a week. Like, wow, what? It's still working.
I love that first day when you realize, because that was me. Like I was going through a lot of stuff when I first started. And that first day you realize, like, oh my God, I didn't cry today. And like that's a huge deal for those of us that were like randomly, sporadically crying like every single day because of the mental stress, the emotional stress, the struggles, the mental wellness. Like when you realize that first day, like I made it through an entire day without crying. You know, it's like when you're potty training your kid and they make it through that first day without having an accident and you're like, "Oh my God." So I love that. I love that it's a light bulb moment. And okay, keep going. So you had the focus, you felt like your moods were balancing out.
And then I got this gradual increase in my daily energy. I was keeping up with the kids, which in itself is enough with the kids at that age. But then I was
Right.
also like, hey, I made dinner before my husband got home.
Right.
It's ready and the house is clean and the laundry's done. Like, who is she and where has she been?
I love that. And I hear that a lot, you guys. That's one of the, first of all, let me say it 2 different ways. I've had a lot of husbands tell me, thank you, I've got my wife back just because she's happier, she's calmer, she's not, she's managing stress really well. So I feel like the woman I married has kind of come back. And then I also love because women tell me, like, if you want your honey-do list done and then some, like, feed your husband some of this juice, like feed your man some of this juice. So I hear it kind of on both sides. And I absolutely love that about it.
Well, and
So
that's
for
how I
you, it was focus,
Mhm.
definitely your mood and helping balance kind of your emotions. That roller coaster kind of came to a halt. You said, I love what you said too. You're like, it made me a calmer mom. So with kids, I'm sorry, I don't want to trip over this. 3 kids under 4, you guys. Okay. 3 kids under 4. And it made her a calmer mom. Like that in itself is a miracle because I've done daycare before, y'all. And those kids were all under 5, under 4. And it's a red hot mess. And I knew they could go home at the end of the day. Like when they're your own, like there's no reprieve there. So I love that you said it made you a calmer mom. You talked about like that, the mommy brain and the, you know, kind of the brain fog. Like I'm pretty sure everyone on the planet deals with brain fog on the regular. So I love that. Another girl told me it was like, when the sun shines on like that mist on a lake and then it kind of just evaporates and it's like a nice clear day. That's totally what this does to your brain fog, you guys. And then talk to me about your relationship with your husband, because I love hearing these stories too about how it helps relationships.
I mean, even though I have postpartum, for the most part, our relationship has actually been pretty gravy. Most people are like, you guys don't even fight. What's wrong with you?
I love
Which
it.
we don't. He's the cool, calm, collected one, and I'm the high anxiety overthinker.
Right. So you balance
So
each
I
other
am the
out.
storm, and he is my calm.
I love that. I love that.
But he even noticed in a matter of, I'd say probably a week, he was like, it's actually helping you. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, you're back to how you were before kids.
Mm.
And I'm like, before kids, that's like back before COVID.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Because
I
I got
love it.
pregnant in 2020.
And you've pretty much almost been pregnant ever since. Like when you look at the age ranges of your kids, right? Like it was like you had very short periods of time that you weren't, you know, you weren't carrying a baby. So I love that. I love that. So listen, you guys, I want to go over quick. We're going to talk about it quick together. We're just going to go over your, like, what are these products? What are these miracle things? What in God's name are you doing? First of all, you guys, it is the world's first and only frequency imprinted nutrition. And if you don't know anything about frequency, let me give you a really simple lesson. Frequency is literally just the measurement of energy of any given thing. Everything in the universe has an energy system. It operates on energy. It vibrates at a certain rate. That's literally what a frequency is. The rate at which something vibrates. So that's the energy. So when we talk about it being imprinted with energy, that just means your body, every single system in your body has a certain frequency. The heart has the highest frequency. Your cardiovascular system has a frequency. Your liver, your, like, all your organs, your lungs, your pulmonary, like everything has a frequency. Now, we have natural frequencies when you talk about, like, you go outside and you put your feet in the grass and you talk about grounding. The earth has a frequency. It's called the Schumann resonance. You can actually hear it. You can actually, if you have the right tools, you can listen to the sound of the earth. And it's really, really cool. And it's very calming. So what happens is when we're around man-made technology that has man-made frequencies, that kind of interferes. It's like when you get static on a radio, that's kind of what happens when these two frequencies collide, because your body's trying to figure out, it'll try to match the frequency it's surrounded with the most. So if you work in an office or you're, you know, you're driving in a vehicle or whatever, we are surrounded by so much man-made technology, which are man-made frequencies. So your body's trying to line up with an unnatural frequency, a man-made frequency, which your body doesn't recognize. So that's why we're all walking around completely inflamed. And so we have products. So this is our mushroom juice, you guys, comes in a tub. Okay, this is our strawberry lemonade. I'm actually not going to lie. I had a little bit of watermelon lime left, you guys, and a little bit of strawberry lemonade, and I mixed them together. So I call it Tutti Frutti. I made up my own flavor. I call it Tutti Frutti. It's really delicious, but it has 11 harmonic frequencies. Well, what are the frequencies? Well, I can't tell you what they all are because that's proprietary. But one of them being grounding, which means it helps your body stay in like a homeostasis state. One of them is a frequency that helps to improve your immune system. And the other frequencies benefit all of the 8 systems of your body. So you've got your neurological system, your pulmonary system, cardiovascular system, your digestive system, like all of those systems are brought back into line. Well, what does that mean to bring it back in line? Little tiny science lesson for you. You have a mitochondria that surrounds, hey, Krista, you have a mitochondria that surrounds every single cell of your body. It's a gate. It lets things in, it lets things out. When your frequencies get out of whack, when the energy systems of your body are tuned to the wrong frequency, that kind of shuts. It gets stuck shut. Like, think about a new house and the child lock plugs where it slides over and you got to put the plug in. That's the mitochondria, is that sliding piece. When your frequencies get out of whack, it's like, think of when a painter paints over that plug and then all of a sudden that sliding little gate is locked shut because it's stuck. That's your mitochondria when your frequencies are out of whack. So when you have products that are charged with frequencies, you guys, it literally will unstuck that mitochondria, that gate, and it will allow the ingredients, the nutrients, all the things that you're taking, it'll actually allow your body to take it in and use it. So that's why these are so highly effective. That's why these, Krista said we're two of our favorite people. We love you, Krista. You're one of our favorite people. So that's why these are so highly effective, you guys, because it opens that gate of your cell. It opens it up and allows it into your body to be used. Okay, so we have the juice, just 1 scoop. Okay, right now it's mango lemonade. Amazing. And then we've added in, we're talking about, this is our, I like to call it squid ink, you guys. It's black fulvic acid, 77 trace minerals, again, frequency charged. This is a heavy metal detox. So like, it literally is going to scrub up your system. It's like a little vacuum that goes in your body, sucks out all the junk and pulls it out of your system. You just mix these two together. This has no taste, no odor. It alkalizes your body, alkalizes your water. When your body's in an alkaline state, you guys, dis-ease can't grow. Things that make you sick can't grow in an alkaline state. So that's super important. And then I'm just going to quickly go over some of the others. I don't have Sync here, but Sync is our sleep bestie. You whoop it at night. So good. CBD, CBN. We have our Balance. If you are struggling with headaches or nauseousness, or you're just like, maybe you have a job, or, you know, like Lacey, that's her full-time job. She's got 3 kids under 4, you guys. Like, so this just kind of like mellows you out. It kind of dials your brain open, but brings everything down to like a manageable level. And then this is my favorite, you guys. If you have, I have a girl that just got this and she's had migraines for weeks. And she is like, this stuff is no joke. She's like, I literally put it across my forehead, on my jaw, down the back of my neck. And she's like, I have finally have reprieve from, so she's like all over this, you guys. It's got essential oils in it. Like, it's just really good. Again, here you go. These little stickers. You can take these little stickers off and save them. They're charged. They're imprinted for life. And you can put them, if I've had a headache, I put it on my head. I've put it on my, right. Krista said there's not a product that she doesn't love. And I would have to say, I totally agree. I will say one of the things I love is that it's not 27 products. I've been in a company where I literally had a list of 15 or 20 different things I was taking from that company every single day. This is the optimal ultimate pack that you should get. And none of it was working. Why? Because it wasn't, my frequencies were out of balance, out of whack. And so I couldn't get that cell membrane to open to let things in. Every time you take this stuff, because it's charged with the frequencies, it's going to open your cells wide up. It's going to allow it into your body. Your body's going to use it. And your body's going to be like, this is what I've been waiting for. Like, I call it the remembering, because your body suddenly wakes up and starts going, oh yeah, this is how I'm supposed to operate on this is how I was designed to operate. So, and last but not least, because this was a beta test product, you guys, but I have a feeling there's still some on the website. These are our ashwagandha gummies. They have CBD isolate, I think it is. Yeah, CBD isolate and L-theanine, and it has the ashwagandha. So I take them, they say once a day, but I take one in the morning because sometimes my job is like, woo, and then dealing with my dad. I know like you with the youngins, same thing. Like, you just need that, something that's just going to like really, it kind of just, it's like a reggae song for your brain. Like, that's what this is, because it, like, you know how you hear reggae and it's a nice sunny day and you're just automatically in a good mood. That's literally what this stuff is like, you guys. And then you can also take it at night to help you wind down and sleep. And it's all really, really amazing. And I loved hearing Lacey's story. I loved hearing, first of all, I'm really proud of you, Lacey, for like actually reaching out and actually like verbalizing. Like that had to be one of the hardest things for people struggling with their mental health, is to actually reach out and say, I need help, because there's so much judgment. Some people feel there's so much shame. And really sometimes, and I'm not saying this is you, but I know a lot of people that you're afraid to speak out because you don't want to be a burden. You don't want anybody to judge you. You don't want anybody to, look down on you or blame someone else for your situation. And so you just stay quiet because you're like, I don't want to be a burden on anybody.
I'm like
When
that.
really that's the first, like, that's how we feel, right? Like, that's just what our brain tells us. It's not logical. It's not reasonable. Everyone wants you to know that they love you and they're here for you. But it's really hard to speak out about mental health because it's the unknown, and you're so afraid, like, how is someone, I don't want someone to react differently to me. I don't want them to treat me differently. I don't want them to feel sorry for me. I don't want to lose my kids. I don't want to be put, and you know what I mean? Like, that's a terrifying thing when you don't know how someone's going to respond. And but I'm really proud of you for reaching out, for getting help. I'm proud of you for like taking that drive and going to that. Listen, you guys, going, like, it's one thing. I love that we can do this online. I love that you can build a very profitable business from the phone in the palm of your hand. But I also love that we can get together. I love that you drove all that way and you showed up to that event. And guys, she found her tribe. One of the things I love about this company, especially we're the number one team in all of Frequency. I'm just going to say that. Susie and Krista are our leaders. We absolutely have this family atmosphere. Someone come, it doesn't matter that I don't know you. You're now my sister. You're now my friend. You're now you're my buddy. You're my partner. Like, we just love on each other. It doesn't matter. You might want to, you know what? I just need $50 to get extra gas in my tank to make it till payday. Maybe that's all the money you want to make. Or maybe you don't want to make money. You just want to feel good. But I mean, who doesn't want to make money, right? So you have all of these options where you can come in. And I always say, I like to let people come in where they fit in. So, like, I love Lacey, how she found that the Affirm, the option, she could spread out the payments, because who wants to spend money on something when you have no idea if it's even going to work, right? Like, hello, I can't tell you how much money I've lit on fire. I still have supplements sitting. I can't even tell you how many things I threw out that were half full, that were expired, that were, because they just weren't working for me. And you forget to use them when, I don't really know if they work. I'm telling you, you guys are going to crave this every morning. It's literally the first thing
of the day,
right? It's like, I've done this 15 months, you guys, and I still will drink it. And literally, I'm like, oh, it tastes so good. I haven't got sick of it. Literally, when I wake up in the morning, like, that's what my body wants. And it just, you're going to love how you feel. So listen, but I want to talk to you guys because we do have a promo coming up, but we are also looking for new tribe members to join our fabulous number one team in the company. We want you to join us. And like I said, maybe you only want to make $50 just to get through to payday, or maybe you're tired of the struggle and you literally need like something that's going to provide you like almost like an actual paycheck. We got you. We have automated systems. We get online and we train with you. We work with you. We teach you how to do it. There are several of us that have been in this industry for decades, that have the experience, that have the knowledge. We have the systems and we have the strategies. Literally, we will walk with you step by step and help you do that. Because I'm going to tell you, and Lacey can probably tell you, she hears this all the time too. I always hear from people, I can't do what you do. Right, Lacey? Would you say, how many people say, like, and you said that too?
I've said it.
I can't do what you do. Let me tell you guys, listen, I'm going to be completely real with you right now. You already do what we do. You just do it for companies that don't even know your name and will never give you a dime for what you do. When you recommend a series on Netflix, when you go to a restaurant and you tell somebody, oh my gosh, I just checked out this restaurant. When you go to a movie theater and you check in that you're in the movie theater and you're watching this movie, when you find your favorite lipstick on Sephora, or, oh my gosh, you guys, I just bought this pen off Amazon and it writes so good and it's my favorite pen. And then Susie goes, well, I've been looking for a really good pen. And then Susie goes to Amazon and buys the same pen. Like, you guys do this every single day. You just do it for companies that don't pay you. And affiliate marketing is very common right now. You can, HelloFresh will give you product credits. Nike they pay like 1%. We pay 20%. Okay. Nike pays like 1% if you have an affiliate link. I have an affiliate link for the electronic scale that I use. I have an affiliate link for the resistance bands that I use. And I will tell you, on a purchase of like $50 or $100, I might get $3. Here, on a purchase of $100, you're going to get $20 right off the bat. It's one of the highest percentages payout affiliate programs there is. It's super easy. You don't need to build a team. Although, why wouldn't you want to be part of an amazing team? Like, look at this. Lacey is just like, look, we're almost twins. Like, do you see this right here? Like, I mean, I'm significantly older, but that's okay. We have the most fun. And we have people on our team, you guys, that literally, hi, Christine. Here's another one of our team members, Christine. We have people on our team. They literally just want to feel like they belong. They just want to buy their product. They want to feel like they belong. And we love them where they're at. There's no pressure to like, well, how many did you sell today? Like that's over. That's like old school MLM. You don't have to hold stuff in your garage. You don't have to meet these quotas every day. We literally just want to bring you in and love you where you're at, become part of your tribe, have you become part of our family, and help you whatever your goals are. It could be $50. It could be $5,000. Whatever it is, there's a system and a strategy in place to help you do that. We do have a promo coming up. We get to hear the details tomorrow on our corporate call. Lacey, are you so excited about that? Like,
I'm so excited. I
Rise
love
in 5 days, y'all, are fire. So if you're watching and if you're waiting, I want you to reach out to the person. Like, if you found this on your friend's wall because she shared this live to her wall or he shared this live to their wall, go to that friend first and make sure, like, hey, are you involved with Frequence? If not, like, we want to follow the trail back and help you find the person that introduced you to this product line, because that's how we roll. We operate with integrity and love and fun, and we want everybody to win. And we love helping the newest people get commas in their paycheck, because that's just how we roll. Who doesn't love a comma in their paycheck, right? You can earn your products at a significant discount. Like, there's all sorts of benefits. So if you're a friend of Lacey's and you're watching this, reach out to Lacey and have that conversation. Listen, you have nothing to lose, nothing. And you have everything to gain. An amazing community of people, a product line that's going to help you feel so incredible. I like to say it makes you feel like yourself again, but it makes you feel better than your old self. Like, this is your new self. There's a rebirth that's happening here. And we just want to make sure that you know about it. You know, we're a collector of decisions. And so we like to share with you what we love, what the stories are, and then you make a decision. If you don't make the choice to take a chance, to make a change, nothing is ever going to be different. And a year from now, you're going to be in the same spot, struggling with the same things and feeling like there's no hope. But I'm here to tell you, there is hope. There is happiness. There is healing. We are proof of that. And Lacey, I just love that you popped on here. So amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your story. And we can't wait to hear from all of you. So if you have questions, you can drop them in the comments. Like I said, if you're curious and you have questions, or you want to connect with somebody, we will figure out who you know that's in Frequence and make sure you get connected to them, because we want to make sure you're with your people. And thanks for being here. Have a happy night. Happy Friday night. And we will see you again soon with another story of triumph here at Frequence. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.